Chapter 6, The Montgomery Bus Boycott. Rosa Parks was a black woman who worked in a shop in Montgomery. Every day, she took the bus to and from her work. One day, in December 1955, Rosa Parks got on the bus to go home and sat in a seat at the front. There were 3 other black people sitting near her. More and more people got on the bus, and soon there were no more seats. White people had to stand. The driver stopped the bus and asked the black people at the front to give their seats to white people. 3 of them stood up, but Rosa Parks stayed in her seat. Rosa belonged to the NAACP, a black civil rights group, and she knew her rights. She refused to get up. "Why don't you stand up?" said the driver. "I don't think I should have to stand up," Rosa answered. "If you don't stand up, I'm going to call the police," said the driver. "You can do that," said Rosa. So the driver called the police, and Rosa Parks was arrested and put in prison. The arrest of Rosa Parks made many black people in Montgomery very angry. But it gave them a chance to protest against the policy of segregation on the buses. For years, the NAACP had wanted to take action against the city's bus company. Now they had a chance. But who could lead them? Martin Luther King had only been minister of the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church for a year, but he was well known for his honesty. The NAACP asked King to meet them and decide what to do. It was time to end segregation on Montgomery's buses. They met in King's church. King said that black people should boycott the buses in Montgomery. "If we refuse to ride on the buses, the company is going to lose a lot of money," he said. In the end, they will have to end segregation. King agreed to lead the boycott. When the meeting finished, King was worried. He discussed his worries with Coretta, his wife. Will the bus boycott succeed? He wondered. Will black people obey the boycott? Most black people don't have cars, so how are they going to get to work? If people can't get to work, perhaps they will lose their jobs. Maybe the boycott will hurt black people more than it will hurt white people. How will that help black people? There were a lot of questions, and King and his wife talked for hours. Neither of them slept well that night. Next morning, King and Coretta got up and looked out the window. There was a bus stop in front of their house. They waited for a bus to come. At last, the first bus came, and it was empty. Then the second bus came, and it was empty too. It was the same all over Montgomery. Black people walked to work. Some of them walked 20 miles or stayed at home. Black taxi drivers drove people to work in their taxis for the same money that they paid on the bus. The boycott was working. The bus boycott lasted for more than a year. Many black people were arrested and put in prison, and King was one of them. Some white people were angry with King, and they thought he was dangerous. One night, someone left a bomb outside the King family home. It exploded, but luckily no one was hurt. The bus company was losing money, but it refused to change its policy. Shops in Montgomery were losing money too, because black people were not coming into town to shop. The owners of the shops wanted the boycott to end, but the bus company did not want the NAACP to win. The boycott leaders went to an Alabama judge. They said that segregation on buses was wrong. The Alabama judge did not agree with them. So they went to Washington to see the most important judges in the country. On the 13th of November, 1956, these judges said that segregation in buses was against the law. The Montgomery bus boycott had succeeded.